Hi there. I gotta figure out why my phone just automatically starts recording it. I think it's the first time. I tried to do it the other day, and if I push pause and then start, it won't ever go back to it. But I think the first time it's open, it'll just start recording. So that's convenient. You just set it up and that'll be my 30-second Zen time before it starts recording. Anywho, there's another hot and ready for you. And I'm getting hot and ready. I haven't had the AC on for over a week now. It's been kind of nice, but I think we're getting back into some hot weather, so I'll be able to do a whole lot more videos if I'm not torn to going out in that heat doing stuff. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do all of the over a year old songs that are in my playlist. The new releases playlist is all of the new songs. Flipped it around chronologically with the oldest stuff, and these are all everything that's over a year. So I pretty much got it cut back up to not where I want it, because where I want it is just within the current year. I just want everything down to 2024, and then I can be a little more detailed in reviewing some of these songs. But right now I'm just trying to clear away the heap. Old Mark Bradbourne and his Songs That Don't Suck podcast, we have the almost exact same style of taste in music. So the stuff he's throwing in his podcasts, I've just been piling up. So anywho, I want to mention, in case I hadn't in other videos, Mammoth had a record out in the last 2 years, and it's solid. Straight up just rock and roll. Foo Fighters, rock and roll. Foo Fighters had a record, and it was nice seeing them just jumping right back in after Taylor Hawkins' death. Greta Van Fleet's album I listened to for quite a bit. I've kind of cleared it out of my playlist now, but it's still solid. Queens of the Stone Age, their last album was brilliant. I didn't really get into it too much. I had a bunch of other stuff that I had to deal with at the time, so I didn't really have the time to really sit down and listen to it. You gotta really absorb Queen's music. They'd all had that stuttery Queen sound, and a lot of keyboard stuff and a lot of innovative guitar stuff. Hopefully I'll go back to it here eventually, but the new guy I found is a guy named Aaron Jones. Aaron, Ayron. I don't know if it's supposed to be Aaron or Aaron, or if it's just a cheeky way to spell Aaron. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Pronounce it all the ways, and that way I'm making sure I get it right. But he had a song I found called Filthy, which was fabulous. It was on the harder edge, a lot of guitar, very solid vocals, but not bluesy. It didn't cross over too far into the bluesy butt rock style. The guitars were edgy and heavy, but just generic enough that it didn't stand out as anything special, but cool enough that it kept you listening. It's like several of these bands that I found from that Songs That Don't Suck playlist or podcast, and put them on my playlist, are just, they're kind of genreless. They're not pop because they're too heavy to be pop, but they're not metal. When I find the hardcore and metal genre just has a sound that is almost as generic as pop music or country music. It's like, I don't know how anybody can even like that kind of music anymore, because it's just everything sounds exact. Everything is produced the same. The riffs are the same. The vocals are all the same. I don't know. Sorry, a little side rant there. But Aaron Jones, I mentioned last time, or one of the last few videos, Des Rocks, and they're another one that just is just kind of genreless. Like, it's just rock. They're a little more Queen, a little more, like I said, Arctic Monkeys style, or like blending all of that stuff together, but it's just straight rock. I don't get the time with a lot of these bands as much time as I'd like, because I just have so much that I need to get to, and some of these bands just deserve a lot more times listening than they get with the single serving that I have. I listen to something and write my quick opinion of it, and most of the time it just goes away. But I've got so many songs to get to. Okay, Mom Rock. That's a great name for a band, right? Mom Rock, let's see what I write down here. They have a song called My Way. And it's basic rock, another one of those basic rock, super catchy chorus, a little rhythmic stutter in there that's like, caught my attention. It's a little effective where they're going downbeat. It was kind of super catchy. It was better if I didn't watch the video, because the guy's got big poofy curly hair, and not like in a metal way, but like in just a hipster kind of way, and a big old hipster mustache. And I wrote down in my notes here, I hate mustaches. And right about that time, in the middle of that video, it cuts away, and they do a fake infomercial for a product called Stash in a Can. And he sprays it on the people's face, his bandmate's face, and they instantly grow a huge mustache. So I thought that was kind of ironic that I was just making fun of the mustaches, and then they did a mustache joke. Like, what are the chances of that? Next, a band called Skies Behind. A song called Call It What You Want. Started out really mellow, a lot of pretty guitars. It built up to a interesting, punchy chorus, and weird little lead notes that had some effects. It sounded like that flutter thing that guys do on the whammy bar, but it was a single note, so I think it's more like a pedal or something. But an interesting sound jumped out and grabbed me. In the pre-chorus, it kind of got like emo, like not like hardcore metalcore screamo emo, like real, like the old emo, like really good stuff. Breakdown seemed kind of generic to me, but the way it built back up was just awesome. It just built bigger and bigger and bigger, and then they had all these vocals coming in. Call it what you want, call it what you want, and it was really catchy. And then it comes out of that back into the chorus, and all that's overlaid, and it's got everything going, and it was just it really kind of sucks you in. Skies Behind. And it's got under 400 views. It's got 400 views on YouTube. It's just, this band is amazing. So I hope somebody please go and listen to it. spread it around because they're really, really good. Secondhand Sound, a song called Rorschach. The vocals, kind of Strokes type, like everybody's got this. Everybody's got the exact same production nowadays. It was energetic, fun song. If I never hear it again or hear of them again, I won't cry about it. Super Bloom has a song called Pig, which I left in the playlist for now because I've got some people I need to show it to because it's got some cool indie rock guitar sounds and stuff going, but as soon as he started singing, it's just straight up Nirvana. I mean, like no, like you think it's kind of influenced by Nirvana. No, it's straight up Nirvana. It's that thing. A little bit later on, it kind of sounded more like Silverchair than Nirvana, but Silverchair kind of sounded like Nirvana at first anyway, so it's a difference. Can't quite figure out if it was the notes or the melody or the way it's the production was different. The music didn't sound like Nirvana. It's just the way he sang that one part. Oh, it's just, and it's so much that it takes you out of it. You like go and listen to it for yourself. Super Bloom, Pig. Next, we have Sheraton's song called Mystic Pizza. The drum part was kind of catchy. I didn't hate it. Verse had a cool organ part, or the chorus, no. The chorus had the organ part that came in. Verses had the real tight drum part that it's actually, honestly, more hooky than the vocals, but it was good. Luke Estate, it's just, I'd be interested to know what their influences are. I listened to a couple of their songs, so I didn't even write one of the names down, but I'd be interested in knowing what their influences are because it's just solid rock. It sounds like it could sound like something that I recognize. Sorry if a lot of my comparison is, a lot of my analysis of music is just comparing it to something else. I gotta make connections between things. It's the only way I can relate to till things go in their categories or really get pigeonholed for what they are themselves. They gotta sound like something else. Everything came from somewhere else. So, Luke Estate. Listen to them and come back and tell me what you think they sound like. Next up was a fun one called Dirty Blonde. Run When I Tell You. And I listened to it a few times, and it's got just an amazing kind of slow galloping groove, and I finally figured out what it is. It's Muse. What's that Muse song? That dun 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 dun. Wow wow. It does that exact same thing. It's oh fuck! It was almost right there on the tip of my tongue. I'm so dumb. Got so much going on in my head right now, trying to get through all these. Vocals were good. Two chicks on the cover or in the thumbnail of what's their cover, and it's really good. Only has 300 views too, so please go and try to see if you can go and listen, see if you like Dirty Blonde. The Used, bringing back some old emo core stuff. They've got a new song called People Are Vomit, and it's angry, which is cool. He doesn't do his weird screamy thing as much, but it's angry. And it's like, it's political, but it's so well written that if you read the words, you can't, like, politically, you can't tell which side he's talking about, because it works both ways. And it's, to me, that just means it's genius lyrics, genius writing, to be able to be that, like, kind of universal, but like angry and like finger pointing, like fuck you at the same time. I don't know. It's really good. Harpy, I think I remember seeing some other songs up newer in the playlists from her. So I'll probably mention her again. Or I don't know if it's a band. There's only one person in the thumbnail and thumbnail / cover. So I think it's the girl. Well, she has a song called Swallow, which is another one of them weird ones. It's kind of genreless. It's heavy, but not so heavy that it's metal or metalcore, and there's no screamy. It's all singy, so it's singy core, popcore. I guess popcore. That'd be a good name for that style. And what it reminds me of is, remember a few years ago the Demi Lovato song "Cool for the Summer"? Well, somebody did, or she did, or somebody did a remix of that as a heavy song with heavy guitars and stuff in it. This song is exactly the same as that. When it gets to the hook, it just sounds like "Cool for the Summer." In a good way. I like it. Black Orchid Empire. Here is a band that, if they would have been around in 1996, they would have blown me away. Just lots of rhythmical, just total straight prog metal. It's got all those stutters and rhythmical things. The vocals are not screamy at all. That's what ruins a lot of metal for me, is when they start going, that's the worst one. The I can almost handle if they do it right, but the growly, I can't stand it. But Black Orchid Empire, it's all clean vocals and some powerful clean vocals, and a lot of them stutters. There's the song that I didn't write down the name of the song, but I miss writing in that style. It's got stuff that's like, and then it's got this thing that goes, ow, ow, like it does it like every. I don't know. I can't describe it. I start doing the na-na-nas and sha-na-nas to try to describe music, and I don't know. It's maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Anyway, if you like that style of music, go check out Black Orchid Empire. A couple more I want to get to here. Teen Jean and the Gene Teasers. Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers. Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers. What a brilliant name. It's a tongue twister. It's kind of sacrilegious with the Jesus in there. Gene tease is kind of sexual with Gene Teasers. I kind of think of something dirty. Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers. I just can't say it enough times. I just love saying it. Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers. Song's called "I Used to Be Fun," which is another thing that kind of hooked me to it. I don't really like it. It's kind of like imagine Walking on Sunshine, but it's just it's kind of part Walking on Sunshine, part I Want to Be Sedated, part indie rock. Let's just say you can do the Breakfast Club Molly Ringwald dance to it. I used to read. Anyway, you got me chair dancing, and I think that's about long enough, so we're going to cut that off right there. If you want to check out any of these songs, you could go to, in the new releases playlist, there is still some Songs That Don't Suck videos in there. If you go to any of those videos, just go right to the source. Go to one of those videos, go to his channel, and watch him, because in the descriptions under each one of those, he has the Spotify link right to the song that he's talking about and that I've talked about. I don't support Spotify, so I don't encourage you to do that. I encourage you to just go to YouTube and watch it, or I don't know, is iTunes even a thing? Wherever you go to listen to music, go there and check out some of these bands. If you made us this far, leave me a comment down below. Better yet, go and find one of these songs that sounds interesting that I've mentioned, and then come back and tell me what you think of it. Tell me if I'm on base with any of this stuff. Let's see, what other housekeeping do I need to get to? Is it time for me to, I've done 3 or 4 in a row right here. Is it time for me to switch up my settings again? I think I ought to just keep doing that until I can do something else with the videos. Don't bother me as much. And I'm surprised at the natural lighting. I'm doing all of these hot and readies with no lights and no stands, no tripods. And all the thumbnails all end up looking the same. I don't know, I kind of might, I kind of like that a little bit, where things get grouped together, so maybe do a couple more of these little quick off ones, knock some of these more songs off of this playlist, and then I'll switch it up. So, I don't know, tell me what you think. I really need to learn how to do thumbnails. I'm just lazy, and I just don't care that much. I'm getting the information out there that I want to get out there. Hopefully, eventually, it'll find an audience. Till then,